Heather Pfeil with Lancaster Archery, and today we're going to talk about S3DA scoring. During the qualifications, there are various scoring rings that you need to be aware of. The body is worth 5 points. Then there is a ring that is considered the vitals, which is 8 points. Inside the vitals, there is another large ring that is worth 10 points. Within that 10-point ring, there is a lower 12 and the upper 12. The upper 12 is unique in that it needs to be called before the arrow is shot and heard by the group. There is another ring up here located in the upper right corner of the 8 ring. This ring is a bonus ring. During qualifications, it is not in play, but it is worth 14 points. During qualifications, there are various scenarios that could happen. The first is a pass-through. A pass-through is when the arrow passes through the target, but not 100%. The group will then push that arrow back, and where it hit, it is scored. If the arrow passes through the insert, or the seam of the target, it is scored where it hit, or it cannot exceed 8 points. If there is a pass-through, due to a high number of shots already on that target, the arrow is scored where it hit, but it cannot exceed 10 points. If the arrow rebounds out of the target or deflects off a leg, it is scored where the arrow rebounded, but cannot exceed 10 points. If you have a Robin Hood, that is when your arrow embeds into another arrow. The arrow is scored as the embedded arrow. If your arrow rebounds off another arrow, but there is clear damage, that arrow is scored where it hit. If your arrow deflects off another arrow and there is no visible damage, the arrow is scored where it hit, or if it is not in the target, it receives 5 points. If your arrow touches a line, for example between the 8 and the 10 scoring, the arrow receives the higher value, which is the 10. Once qualifications have finished, we will then move on to the finals. In the finals, the scoring changes slightly, and that there is now the 14 ring in play. This ring does not have to be called, but it is important that you call the upper 12 if you are shooting for it. If you hit the upper 12 both in finals and qualifications and it is not called, the arrow is scored as a 10. Once archers have finished their round in the finals, if a tie still exists, archers will shoot closest to center. The winner is determined by which archer hits closest to center in the lower 12. Good luck in your preparations for S3DA. If you have any questions, please visit the S3DA website or lancasterarchery.com.